Previously, we left Bundy, we came across Queensland, out through Cameron's Corner, down the Strzelecki, across the Nullarbor, into Western Australia to Kalgoorlie, down to Esperance. We followed the coast all the way around to Kalbarri, and then after that we avoided the Shark Bay area, unfortunately due to just bad weather. When we headed inland to the Pilbara, the Tom Price and Karajini National Park, which was spectacular. And we came around here to Dampier and Karratha, came up to Port Hedland, then down to Marble Bar. Then we've made our way up, and now we start off an 80-mile beach just south of Broome. Here we are driving along 80 Mile Beach. We'd be really, really pleased if up the other end here there's another road out, like it did down south where we could instead of sitting on the highway, but I've got a feeling it's not going to let us do that, but we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, they've definitely got it stitched up. Look up here to the right, there's nowhere to pull off and camp, so they've got it stitched up where you can only stay in the caravan parks in this part of the world. But seems to be a fair few people parked on the beach having a fair bit of fish, so there must be some fish to be caught out here in the Indian Ocean. Yeah, beautiful. So this is the place we're staying tonight at Barn Hill. You can see the Datsun over there. Basically, it's a bit of a free-for-all. You come in, you pay your $30, and they say, just drive around and find a spot. It's pretty packed, like everywhere. We're up near Broome. We're, what are we, 130 k's from Broome or something? So we've heard all along that it's going to be mayhem up here for this little time of the year, but with no one being able to go to Bali and cruise ships and things. But yeah, it's right on the beach. So I'm getting there. God, impatient. But yeah, so bit of a free-for-all, but I'd prefer it than the place we stayed last night. Last night was all designated sites and don't do this and don't do that and don't fart loud and whatever else. As we're here, yeah, so you're right on the ocean, which is quite nice, so we can have a bit of a wander. There's one thing that turns me off. No driving on the beach, that's a bit sad. Here's where the desert meets the sea. You got the beautiful red, it's kind of like just Simpson Desert, red sand. You can, but it's yeah, you got the red sand dunes meeting up with the ocean. I know. Tell a story, darling. Everyone wants to see you tell stories.
Beautiful blue water, it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
We're getting up towards Cable Beach.
Yeah, up near Cable Beach. That's a nudist beach too, Leonie said, so she's looking forward to getting the girls out.
Yeah, we all want to see that.
Yeah, the girls want to see that. Hey. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a sunburn Johnson. Not. Yeah, no, this is nice. Yeah, wacko, this is nice. You got going down onto the cliffs down there. It's a lovely little beach. Only thing that would make it better would be my four-wheel drive parked on it.
And a bar selling mojitos.
And a bar selling mojitos. There you go. Okay. So someone was just telling us you can see octopuses. Octopuses? Octopi? Octopus?
Octopus.
Any English teachers out there, Nori? Can you tell us, is it octopuses or octopies? Yeah, so apparently you can see some octopuses here in the rocks. But yeah, no, really nice place. So Barn Hill, another nice one. Yeah, and this is where, definitely where the desert meets the sea. There's a whole heap of pinnacles out there in the distance. Lovely, lovely spot. What do you think, my darling?
Yeah. Really.
I'll zoom back out from you so everyone's not looking at our wrinkles now that we're all old.
Our holiday bulges.
Our holiday bulges is going pretty good. We've been eating pretty good. Yeah, no, this is a lovely, lovely part of the world. I think I get a kick out of over this side of the coast is the difference between high and low tide. I am standing on the piece of just the last little bit of wet stand. So this is where the water comes up to. Last high tide, it must be a 10 or 12 metre tide. It's just mind blowing. So imagine you come out here and this beach, nice beach just here, and you go, oh yeah, nice. The water's up, you jump in and you nail these rocks. Yeah, it's a very, very pretty piece of coast this. And the 30 degrees isn't hurting us either. But the water's still freezing. We touched the water this morning for the first time. And yeah, nah, us Queenslanders can't swim in that. Yeah, it's a freaky landscape. It's like I say, it's the sort of thing you think, oh man, we could be in the middle of the Simpson Desert. But then you come around and you're on the ocean. Yeah, it's like the desert meets the sea. It's very true. Oh, here she is. She's doing some yogurt. Do some moves, baby. So here's us. Another glorious sunset over the ocean. Beer's the boy. It just burst. We've got a bit of a... I accidentally pushed stop. Yeah, here we go. What do you reckon, darling? We'll have a nice little beer.
Beautiful sunset.
Looks like everyone comes up with the same idea, but we found ourselves a little spot just here in the bush. Right on the edge of the cliff. We've got our chairs, we've got whatever beers we own. They can't sell us any here because it's a dry community just down the street, so they're not allowed to, but you're allowed to bring your own, you're just not allowed to sell them. But what a glorious, glorious place. We, as you may have heard us say before, we like this a lot. Here's how we prevent the divorce. We're going halves in the last beer.
Cheers.
So we made it to Broome. Leonie's all excited. She can go to shops. She's all, wow, there's shops. We've come all this way, and she could have just went to Hinkler. But anyway, different shops. So I imagine these ones here will be more expensive with less crap in them. But anyway, who cares about shops? There's Cable Beach. We're down here at Point Wamalama or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, starts with G and it's a big word. A bit windy, a lot windy. Yeah, no, nice. There's looking out at Cable Beach and all the boats. This place is packed at the moment, and of course the council's decided to do a mountain of roadworks right in the middle of town, which is basically like 2 or 3 streets to the main street, just all packed up with roadworks. So on top of the whole place being packed. Yeah, so there's Cable Beach. She's happy now. She's in the crappy part of Broome, where you can like buy junk that you don't need.
I might need stuff.
Yes, this is the main street of Broome. Yep, all very try-hard hippie-ish. So here's all the roadworks they're doing in the main street. It'd be nice when it's all finished. The man at the front of the pub we just walked into, because every time we get to a town we do a little hunt for our favourite beer. And Leonie's like, oh, so how long have they been doing this for? And he's like, too bloody long. So yeah, there's a bit miffed that they're doing it in the tourist season, which is a bit silly, but well, it's going to be awesome when it's done. And this is the world's oldest operating picture gardens in Broome. So, celebrating 100 years. It's in the National Trust Heritage listed Guinness World Record holder. And it's quite the funky little place. You walk on in and it's $18 to come here at night and see a movie because it's an outdoor thing. It's like a drive-in without the drive. So this is a cool old projector. And you wander out here. And it's just a big old shed, and there's the screen and all the seats. Here's the Boston Chinatown little tuk-tuk things or whatever they call them. Yeah, the old hammock seats. Wow, this wall's been patched up a few zillion times. This is excellent. One thing I do miss, outdoor movies and going to the drive-in. I wish they still had those sorts of things. If anyone's rich, opening drive-in up again. And here we are, driving on Cable Beach. So tell a story, darling.
Here we are at Cable Beach. Beautiful beach.
It's no more Park Beach. It's alright. You know, cool rocks. Imagine spiking a tyre in here.
Nice weather.
Easy beach to drive on. We were, because of the way the wind's blowing that we were in before, we're a bit protected from these hills. So I'm actually still in two-wheel drive, but I think we're about to do the hubs, darling. Maybe not. We'll find out. This is Cable Beach. It's beautiful. You got people wandering around here butt-ass naked. We saw one lady, big old clam in the air. Some dude with his dingleberries hanging out. And it's a bit of a giggle here on Cable Beach, but it's absolutely beautiful. Freezing cold water for us Queenslanders. We're a bit soft, but we're a bit happy. We went to check into where we're staying tonight, and it's not quite ready for us yet. They're still cleaning it, but we discovered there's a nice tavern right next door where we can go and watch Queensland smash those filthy Blues tonight. You in agreement, darling, that Queensland will smash those filthy Blues?
No.
Beautiful. The Blues will probably try and cheat like they usually do, but nah, the Queenslanders will smash them.
Look at the colour of the water.
Yeah, maroon. Because if you're not a maroon, you're a moron. So yeah, no, it's going to be beautiful. I think we're booked in here for 2 nights, and so we'll spend today, tomorrow, the next day here, and then mosey on up that away towards Cape Levique, and then, yeah, try and get the plane ride or something. And here's the Camels heading on down to Cable Beach for their sunset tours with all the tourists. It's all booked out, so none of them's doing that. But how freaky is this? We're driving around in Broome, and look who we run into. Hello. It's Lozzie and Jen in their little bus. Hello. Say hello to YouTube, Loz.
Hello, YouTube.
What about Jace?
What about Jace?
He's just pointed out that the camels have got poo bags on their bum, so that when they poo, they don't poo all over the beach.
Want me to?
Oh, she's going to go over and find out how the deal is, but they'll say, oh, we're booked out for months. Busy old day on Cable Beach. We're getting run over by camels. We've got Loz and Jen and their first drive on the beach in Broome. Yeah, every man and their dogs down here today. There's the camels, looking all camely with their poo bags. And people are riding on. They're packed too. There's 2 on every camel, and then there's 2 companies over here doing it. Anyway, in the wrong gear or something. Dingleberry. Yeah. So we're making our way down to have sunset over the ocean. A couple of beers to Sabi. So here we are on Cable Beach. I finally got to set up my new awning, my new Darchi 180 that took me a while to get because they were out of stock. And we got just before we left. So yeah, finally got a chance to set up. And Loz was the first one to plonk her ass under it, so Loz wins. Yeah, but another horrible day at Cable Beach. It's no more Park Beach, it's alright, but you know. Yeah, so again here we'll have a couple of beers and watch the sunset over the ocean and make a bit of dinner I think on the beach, and that's us. And all the way down there somewhere's the camel rides. So just enjoying a lovely sunset here on Cable Beach with all my lovely ladies. They've all been taking their photos, so they're busy looking at their phones. Except my wife, the alcoholic, she's drinking a beer. She's watching the sun go down. And she's a pretty special spot this with the sun over the ocean. Still no Moore Park Beach, but it's pretty nice. You don't see dingleberries on Moore Park Beach too often. So here we are on Cable Beach with the lovely sunset and all my lovely ladies. Smile, ladies. Ah, pretty cool. So I think that's us for Broome. We've seen what we've come to see. Tomorrow we're heading to Cape Levique. So that should be very exciting. So we'll make that the end of this part.